welcome back, everybody. None of my 335 students are here. This is funny. But we do have a student from our regular class that has some question. And this is, I'll show the question real quick. It says, given three non-collinear points, which means they don't lie on a line. Is one and only one circle that passes through them. Knowing that equation of a circle may be written in the following form, find the equation of the circle passing through the given points 0, 3, 4, 2, and -7, -1. And this is in 9.1. This is in our systems of equations section, which should give you a little hint as to what we're doing. We actually did something very similar to this in the notes with a parabola. We didn't do it with the, we said there's a parabola that'll fit them as well. But if we have the points 0, 3, 4, 2, and we've got -7, -1, they all need to fit this equation x squared plus y squared plus ax plus by plus c equals 0. Now, we did something similar to this. What we did similar in class was for a parabola. And it was y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. A, b, and c were for different things there. But the way we tackled it is the same. We're going to plug in our 3 points and get 3 equations. So, funny story, Matt, this is not one of my math 335 students. It's just a 35 student that likes to come in and ask questions. So, that's what I've been doing lately. Guess what I forgot to do? I made up the exam for Calc 1 for tomorrow morning, and I sent myself the practice exam to print out. So when I got here today, why didn't I just send them all? I sent everything for every other class. I sent practice and the regular, but for nope.
Well, how many students do you have?
22. I gotta get here early and print them out in the morning.
Yes, for the morning.
I didn't want to get here early and print them out.
On your cloud drive?
I store it on my cloud drive. Well, I probably have it on my cloud drive. Gotta log in on Google to get it. I guess I could.
Google, I do everything on the OneDrive. For the campus?
It will. Yeah, but most of my stuff is on my laptop, which
But I
is
sync my
I don't
home
have any.
computer through the OneDrive to the campus computer. And so as soon as I update it on my home computer, it updates it on the OneDrive in the cloud.
yeah, but then I need to have stuff separate from what I'm gonna put on the OneDrive for the computer at work. Got my own OneDrive.
Problem.
I got my own problems. I could have just.
I have a personal OneDrive as well. And it keeps them separate.
I know. But then I have to separate my work and what goes where. I guess I could.
We all have problems.
I know.
We'll see ya.
See ya. All right, so we're gonna do this. Let's call this point A, B, and C. Let's go through and do this for each one. If I do A, that's a 3, I believe. And it look like a very good 3. I'm gonna make it a lot clearer. We've got 0 squared plus 3 squared plus A times 0 plus B times 3 plus C equals 0. So this is, I got 9 plus 3B plus C equals 0. So I'm going to record that. I'm going to move the 9 over to the right, and we're going to call this 3B plus C equals -9 by subtracting 9 from each side. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's do that with the other points. We're gonna stick in, we got 4 squared plus 2 squared plus a times 4 plus b times 2 plus c equals 0. So this is 16 and 4 is 20. And I've got 4a and 2b and 1c again. And this time I got 20 here. I'm going to subtract 20 over. I'll get negative 20 on the other side. This is a fun problem. I'm glad you brought it to my attention. C, we got negative 7 squared plus negative 1 squared plus a times negative 7 plus b times negative 1 plus c equals 0. So that's 49 plus 1. That'll be a 50 right there for the first two. And we'll have the same setup here. We're going to have negative 7a minus b plus c equals, this time I'll subtract 50 over and I go negative 50. I have 3 equations with 3 unknowns. I could choose to, if I wanted to show it, I could write 0a here to show that there is another thing going on. So we're solving all 3 equations at once. So this will be our equation A and our equation B and our equation C. Having a negative b there makes it so I can eliminate b pretty easy on all of them. If I do a plus 2 times c, I'll have 3b plus c equals negative 9. And then if I 2c, double this one, I've got negative 14a. I need to do 3c. Negative 21a minus 3b. I want three of those. Plus 3c equals negative 150. Oh, that's fucking ugly. The b's cancel out. I've got negative 21a plus 4c equals negative 159. Let's call that one D. Now I can do the same thing with B and C if I want to get rid of B again. This time I'll do B plus 2C. So I've got 4A plus 2B plus C equals negative 20. And now I'll do the 2 times A. And when I add these up, I have negative 10A plus 3C equals negative 120. We'll call that E. Okay. We got two equations now with two letters. We can combine these two. I wish the C's were equal and opposite, but they're not. Which is gonna make this pretty ugly. One thing we can do is I can multiply, we can look at the coefficients of C. That's got a 4 and this has got a 3. Let's multiply each one by the other one's coefficient. And I'm gonna make one of them negative. I'll do the -3 as negative. So I'm gonna do -3D plus 4E. The -3D, if I do -3 times this, I have 63A minus 12C equals 450 and 27 is 477. And then if I do 4 times this one, I've got -40A plus 12C equals -480. I'm gonna make sure I've done everything right so far. Let's see, we got 3B plus C, I've got 20 and then 4A and 2B, 49 and 1. And then I did A plus 3 of these. So -21, -3B plus 3C, -150. Those added up correctly. And then I did B plus 2C. 4 minus 14, -10. Those cancel, I should have 3C and then -120. Those look good. And now 3 times that is 63, 12. Let's see, 150 is 450 and then 27 is 477. Yes. -180 times 4 is -480. That's looking good. So if I add these up, I have 23A equals -3. Jesus. So A equals -3 over 23. That's why I checked it again, because I didn't like where the math is going. This is ugly. Doesn't mean it's wrong, but it is ugly. All right, now that we got A, we're gonna backpedal and figure out what C is. I'll put it in that one. -10 times -3 over 23 plus 3C equals -120. So I've got 30 over 23. So if I subtract this, I have 3C equals -120 minus 30 over 23. And now I'm going to multiply everything by 1/3. gonna need to combine fractions there, but I think getting these numbers a little bit smaller first will make this easier. C equals -40 minus 30 is 3 times 10. So the 3's cancel and I have 10 over 23. See, I need to get a common denominator. And 20. C equals -920 over 23 minus 10 over 23 is -930 over 23. Jesus. This is miserable. All right, we still need B, so we gotta go back to one of the original equations. One of them just had a B in it. We had -7a minus b plus c equals -50. So if I add 50 to both sides and add b to both sides, I get -7a plus 50 plus c equals b. And that is -7 times -3 over 23 plus 50 plus -930 over 23. This is 21. Fifty times 43. $150. There is no way that is right. That's why it's 50 times 23. Wrote the wrong number. 1150. So if we combine these all up, let's see, we got 70, 170, 220 plus 40, 21 is 241 over 23. I don't think any of those simplify, but let me check real quick. That one doesn't. Oh, I know 241 doesn't either. So we have A, B, and C. To get the equation, we gotta go back to the x squared plus y squared plus b, or x squared plus y squared plus ax plus by plus c equals 0, and plug this stuff in. And we gotta pick a point to use. I'm gonna go with 0, 3. Let's plug in 0, 3. Oh no, this is already good. So what we could do is. That might be what they're willing to take. It is the form they want to take. Let's see. Wow. That was shitty. Could they have given you numbers that like worked well? No. They made that horrible. But it was it. -3 over 23, 241 over 23, and -930 over 23. That was horrible. We've got another one, and it looks like we can do it in 10 minutes. We will. Or we can at least get you started. Because that was a half-hour problem. Okay, so it kind of tells you what to do. You start with 2 over x plus 3 over y minus 2 over z equals -1. And then we have 2 over x minus 15 over y plus 5 over z equals 4.
I think it's a long,
What?
it's a,
I'm just writing down what I see, so. Nothing to see yet. But yeah, you're right, I wasn't on the right screen. Then it says hint. Let 1 over x equal t. U equals 1 over y. And w equals 1 over z. Well, 2 over x is 2 times 1 over x. Right? And we're just going to take t in and put that there. So that'll be a 2t. What's going to happen is you're going to go through and everywhere you've got an x on bottom, we're going to make it a t on top. Everywhere there's a y on bottom, it's a u on top. And everywhere there's w or z on bottom, it's a w on top. So we're going to have 2t plus 3u minus 2w equals -1. 2t minus 15u plus 5w equals 4. And 5t plus 3u minus z equals 1. Which letter would you like to get rid of? U and W are both good, or I wrote W or Z there, that should be a W there. U and W are both good choices. U, it's pretty easy. If we multiply that by 5 and add it to this one, this would be 10t plus 15u minus 10w equals -5. And we'll add that to 2t minus 15u plus 5w equals 4. And we get 12t minus 5w equals -1. That's doing these two. And then I'm gonna do this one, let's call this A, B, and C. I'm gonna do C minus A. So 5t plus 3u minus w equals 1. Now we're gonna subtract 2t plus 3u minus 2w equals -1. 5t minus 2t is 3t. 3u minus 3u is 3u. And -w minus -2w is -w plus 2w is just w. And 1 minus -1 is 1 plus 1 is 2. So that's our two equations now. And both of these are set up to get rid of one of the letters pretty easy. I'm gonna get rid of w, just because when I want to solve for w in a second, it's gonna be easy. So let's add 5 times this one to that one. So 12t minus 5w equals -1, and then 15t plus 5w equals 10. 27t equals 9. So t equals 1/3. All right, that's one of them.
Hi, Mr. Hi, Mr. David.
Hi, Josue, how are you doing?
Good, good. I don't know if you're done with this, but I would like to ask you a question about the homework that there's
Well,
like.
let me finish this one, and then you can ask.
Okay, okay.
So t equals 1/3. You good so far? Let's take that and plug that in here. We've got 3 times 1/3 plus w equals 2. So 1 plus w equals 2, so w equals 1. That's pretty handy. And none of these are going to be very friendly to plug in up top. I'm going to use A. A, we had 2t plus 3u minus 2w equals -1. So I've got 2 times 1/3 plus 3u minus 2 times 1 equals -1. U equals -1 plus 2 and then minus 2/3. -1 plus 2 is 1, minus 2/3 is 1/3. 3u equals 1/3. Multiply by both sides by 1/3 to get rid of the 3, and we get u equals 1/9. But we didn't start with T, U, and W, so we're not gonna end with T, U, and W. So T was 1/x. So if you cross multiply, you get x equals 3. W was 1/z, which equals 1. So z equals 1. And u equals 1/y, which equals 1/9. You cross multiply, you get y equals 9. So your coordinate is 3, 9, 1. All right, Oscar, what's your question?
Can I share the screen so I can show you? It doesn't let me because you cannot start screen share while the other yeah. Okay. Oh, I can right now. Okay, maybe this one. You can see now?
Yep, it
This is
says
the
use a
problem.
graphing calculator. Don't do this one.
No, what do I?
Do you have a graphing calculator?
No.
Okay, then.
But
I'm not, it is not a requirement to own a gra- don't, like I said, don't do it.
Okay, that's fine. then.
Desmos doesn't even go to 6 decimal places. Desmos only goes to 4. You can't do this unless you buy a graphing calculator, and owning a graphing calculator is not a requirement of this class. Don't worry about that problem.
Okay, so I'm gonna get credit for this one.
Yes,
Okay, there's another question. Let me see which one it was. Let me try to come back. Let me try to open it. Try to find it. I don't remember which one it was.
if you're only on chapter 3, you're hurting because we got our final next Tuesday.
No, I am not in chapter 3. Actually,
Okay, good.
I just leave it to move on.
Okay, good.
Right now I'm ahead. I'm not that bad.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
You had me worried there.
No.
You
I'm
got
gonna try to go
chapter
ahead.
4, chapter 9, and then the chapter 10 we're doing today. You got 1 week to do it all. If you were on chapter 3, that's not good.
No, I know. No, I'm not that bad.
Anything else?
I'm trying to look for the problem. Let me pull it out, but the class is gonna start just.
Well, if you find it, just do ask my instructor and we can go over it later.
Okay. Or never mind. That's just what I got.